dropped. I don't know what was going on. It came up and said we're finished. Um, I saw the numbers dropping. I hope that we weren't like in and out, but anyway, um, we knew this was going to be this was a little nuanced and different because we're on the move and doing the mobile. But we'll go ahead and close this out. I just I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. I mean, we can keep going. That's fine. And Kurt and Marcia are not going live today, but we did want to try and close this out with you guys. And for some reason, again, YouTube decided to kick us off. I don't know what was going on there. I think it might have been a connectivity issue. Um, I bumped too. Yeah. I don't know how much you guys got. We talked and talked and talked. I hope that
We said some really good information that
yeah,
we're
we
not
did.
going to repeat.
We did.
I'm not going to say it again, but.
Hey, Fuzzy Adventures. It's a cruise life. What's going on, guys? Good to see you guys. Can't wait to sail with you guys again. But I don't know how much you guys caught. I just wanted to let everyone know that when we were in Puerto Plata, that we were the second ones off the ship by a large margin, and we beat Kurt and Marcia off the ship.
No, we're not the second ones off the ship. We were the second ones out of the four
of our group. That's correct.
They were all meeting together.
I tell lies and she straightens
We were nowhere near the second off. Now Bruce and Cindy probably were the first or second.
They might have been, yeah. Welcome in, Orange Cone Blog. How's it going, Ross? So hey, since Orange Cone's here and Ocean was on, it's a good time to plug the Rock and Roll Group Cruise. If you're interested in going on the Rock and Roll Group Cruise, and in typical fashion, the way that I do things, I have no information on that for you other than I believe it goes out of Texas and it's on a Norwegian ship. But Ross can hook you up. So can Bruce from Ocean to Ocean, and as well as Michael Clock. So they can all get you booked on that ship. It's going to be a fun time. Chas and I are very interested. I don't know if we're going to be able to swing it because of my work schedule.
When
that's what I don't have any of the information.
Oh.
I know that when I talked to Bruce about it, that it sounded like it was something that we might be able to do. The problem is I don't know if my work schedule is going to support it or not.
Is it this year?
No.
Next year? You don't know that either.
No, I have no information. So this will, if you're interested in the very vague information that I'm putting out about the Rock and Roll Group Cruise, then you need to get in touch with Ross from Orange Cone Blog. Did I say Bruce? Ross from Ocean.
Ross from Ocean.
Ross from Ocean Cone Vlog. No. Bruce from Orange Ocean Travel.
God.
No, I'm really messing it up now. There we go. Hey, it is this year. Look, those are dates that really we're looking for something around that time. So thanks, Ross. So Ross from Orange Cone, he can hook you up. He has the information. He can book you. Bruce from Ocean to Ocean, he can hook you up. He can book you, and brook you. He can brook. I don't know if he can brook you or not. And also Michael Clock from Clock Family Adventures, he can hook you up as well. But Aaron Rabus, welcome in. No, I don't know the new German Chancellor Friedrich Merz. I have not heard of him. If you're NCL Encore out of Miami, okay, I thought it was Texas. Cool. So it's cruise. They're asking when we're coming to sail in the Med. Not soon enough, friend. That's something that I'd really love to do. We would both really love to do. I have a special interest in that because I'd like to go to the Middle East in peacetime. I've never been there during peacetime. It's a beautiful area. I love the Arabic people. You know, they've all been very nice. I've never had really any issues with them other than, you know, those that we had to fight against, but that's not everybody over there. The people that live in those areas are beautiful, amazing people. So yeah, that's something that's on our bucket list to sail the Med. I'd like to do it on an MSC ship because MSC has some amazing deals on Mediterranean cruises. Let's see, CME's back in the house now. I hate to close this thing out because we're popping a little bit now. bands are Who's Who and Foreign Journey, New York. So Bruce was telling us, you know, he had heard clips of all these different bands, and that they're all amazing and fantastic, and we love classic rock. So continuing on with the things that we've done, we just got finished this past weekend watching Gold Dust Woman. So Gold Dust Woman is a Fleetwood Mac song, but this was a Fleetwood Mac Stevie Nicks cover band. And
she was really
it was so good. And she's a sweetheart of a lady. She did Landslide, and her mother had died 2 days prior to the concert, and she did the song Landslide with a PowerPoint of pictures of her mother and videos and stuff in there. But wow, amazing. We got to meet her after. Chas got a drumstick from the drummer. All she had to do was show her boobs. But
what? I had a t-shirt on.
I'm kidding.
A full neck t-shirt.
She didn't do that. She's only exposed herself once in public.
Not on purpose. No, twice. Neither one of them were on purpose.
Yeah, there's pictures floating around out there. I'm pretty sure that Cruise Life and Cruise Nuts probably have seen more of Chasidy than most.
Cruise World.
Cruise World and Cruise Nuts. Yeah, they both have that photographic evidence.
And everybody at
Virginia Beach. So Ross says the ports for the rock and roll group cruise are Owatan, Harvest Cay, and Grand Cayman. That's awesome. So we have yet to go to Harvest Cay or Grand Cayman. Harvest Cay is Norwegian's private island, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. You'd never know that I'm a travel agent. I've told this many times. I'm the world's worst travel. If you want to experience an action-packed, uninformed vacation, book with me.
Yeah.
It's like going on the Amazing Race. You got to figure it out as you go. That's what we sell. That's what we sell. That's what I thought, Ross. Yeah, thanks for putting that in there. So Harvest Cay is Norwegian's private island. But Gold Dust Woman, this lady, she's really cool. She reached out to Chas on Facebook, and they've been talking, coming back to Virginia Beach in the fall.
Yeah.
But, you know, I know you already have your bands booked, but if you guys do this again, and they're from Long Island, New York as well, man, I would go watch that concert over and over and over again.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah. But I want to plug VetTix a little bit. So if you're a veteran and you don't know about vettix.org, VETTIX.org, we get a lot of our tickets through there, and they're almost free. So like we went down to Gold Dust Woman, those tickets normally would have been anywhere from $30 to $50, depending on what seats you get. We're in general admission, but it ended up through VetTix. All we had to do is pay the processing fee.
$6.
Yeah, it's like $6 a ticket with the processing fee, and all they ask is that you do a little promoting for them. So, you know, we'll put some pictures on their website and stuff like that.
Well, this is a promoting.
Yeah, this is promoting them too, but we want to make sure that we get our tokens. So when we get in,
I know. I'm just saying, if they say anything, go watch our live. We promoted y'all.
Hey, Will G is in the house. We were talking about you earlier. So Orange Cone is talking about some of the stuff that they're going to be doing on that rock and roll group cruise. He says, speaking of the Amazing Race, the inaugural Helping Hands for Cruising 125 go-kart race will be happening on the cruise. See, now you're selling me. Y'all don't know what kind of driver that I am. One of the 2 recipients on the cruise is a veteran. That is amazing. That's amazing. That's one of the things I like. So Helping Hands for Cruising, you know, they really got me thinking, and Bruce and I
told me to pay attention.
Pay attention to the road.
I can't even
We're in the Tesla. If
can't even do a YouTube live driving without getting in trouble.
If you're just now coming in, you know, Chas is she's letting the car drive itself. So we're full self-driving in the Tesla. But yeah, you know, one of the things that Bruce and I have talked about is, you know, could we do some kind of veterans benefit with cruising, like Helping Hands does. And I'm not trying to put that out there that we're doing that. It's just conversations that we've had, and that's something that's near and dear to our heart, especially combat wounded and PTSD. I'll tell you, you know, anxiety, depression, PTSD, that's something near and dear to both Chasidy and I's heart, from my combat experiences and traumatic experiences that people go through that we're aware of. You know, it's one of the things that people don't consider. And you know, 22 veterans a day commit suicide, but it's not just veterans and combat veterans. It's also, you know, victims of sexual abuse, victims of you know, assault, cops. The list goes on and on and on. I know I'm not naming it all, but everyone has to deal, not everyone, but there a lot of people deal with trauma in different ways. And so you know, we have a suicide problem in this country, and I'm not trying to be a downer, I just got there. But anyway, keep those people in mind, and it would be really cool if we could do something similar. So Kurt and Marsh is saying come sail with them June 28th on the Mardi Gras. Man, that would be awesome, Kurt. Problem is, with my work and having to take off, we're already sailing in August. So
no, that's not the problem. The problem is that is our grandkids that week. Yeah, we'll never be able to sail in
it's grandbaby weekend
ever, because that's both grandbabies have June birthdays, and they're doing a party right in the middle.
Yeah.
So it'll be June 21st or 24th. Is there? Did you not see that?
The Tesla ran over a gator. The Tesla's name is Rosie, so not an alligator. So if you know trucking, the recaps are called gators.
It's just a tire.
Bruce is back in the house. Captain Billy Jobber Travels, welcome in, you jabroni, you Rudy Poo candy ass. I got 2 words for you. He knows what that means.
Okay, Michael Scott.
I got 2 words for you. Anyway, thank you guys for coming in. We are, if you're just now getting in here, I'm going to give you guys the information that we gave earlier. So check this out. So here's our map. We're headed to Edisto Island right now in South Carolina, Edisto Island. Right now we're traveling to our first supercharger site, which is in Fayetteville. When we get there, we'll have 22% battery left. Now, if we bring this the rest of the way up, it also tells us how many minutes it's going to take us to charge at each station.
Oh, that's changed. It was saying 22 minutes.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. And it's also, the charge is changing too. That's going to be, and then along the way, it maps it out here. So it says we're going to stop in Somerton, and we may still do that. I actually doubt it. We're actually going to stop in Florence, and I don't know why it's not showing the supercharger station Florence, because that's Buc-ee's, and we gonna go to Buc-ee's. Anytime we can go to Buc-ee's, we gonna go to Buc-ee's. I mean, just the fact that Buc-ee's has superchargers is almost enough reason to get a Tesla, because if you had to supercharge, you can just go over to Buc-ee's.
That's why we got one, just so we can go to Buc-ee's and charge.
But on this entire trip, so it's about 6.5 hours down to Edisto Island. Chas will attempt to never touch the steering wheel.
I'm not going to touch it, but I can't turn my head either. I've already been told twice to pay attention.
So it's full self-driving, but it's also supervised. So you can't just turn your head, there's a sensor right here, and that sensor's tracking her eye movements. So if she keeps her head off road too much, then it'll kick it off of full self-drive. But we're headed down the interstate, not touching the steering wheel. And we don't care about gas prices. Who cares?
Yeah, we haven't had to touch the steering wheel since we left the house.
Yeah. So no, we can't power nap, not yet. So later this year, they're claiming that full self-driving unsupervised is going to be released onto the Tesla fleet.
I'm going to get me some of those like goggles with the eyes.
Yeah.
See if that'll work.
So charging is so far since we've had this car, Billy, we plug it into 115, which is a little slower.
110, ain't it?
110, 115, 115 volts AC. I don't know why people say 110. It's 115. Anyway, but it's slower. So if you need 50% charge, it's going to take almost a full day to get to that charge on a 115 outlets. Just your normal plug-in at home, it'll charge on that. And according to Tesla's feedback, we've spent about $22 in electricity. Now that's dependent on where you're at. So our electricity is really cheap where we're at, and the people there, the advisors at Tesla, we have a lot of nuclear reactors nearby because of the Navy fleet, and what they told us is that it's about 10 cents per mile. Is that what he said?
I didn't pay attention.
I think it was 10 cents per mile is what it comes out to. I might be wrong on that. It can't be 10 cents per mile.
No.
Anyway, 10 cents an hour. That's what it was.
Yeah.
10 cents an hour is what it comes out. So if we go to Lucky's and use the power charger, that's $14 every time you use the supercharger, and that's just because it's a faster charge. But the cool thing is we have our credit card programmed into the car, so we never have to touch anything. We just plug it up and it pulls from our account. So Aaron Smith, welcome in, brother. Good to see you. Double A Ron in the house. So this is the Model Y Juniper. This is actually a 2026 Model Y Juniper. You check out some of our vlogs, you'll see that we've done some tailgating out of it. We actually have a cooler full of breakfast items in the front of the car right now that we're taking down to the condo with us. Yeah, and we absolutely love it. So the other part of the charging is at the house. We could put in 220 and it'll charge off 220, and that will increase our charging capability by about 110, 120%. So what would normally take 24 hours would take 12. Yeah, Billy J, I don't trust Google. But that could be, that might be about right. $4.50 per mile on average. Across the nationwide average, that's probably about right. We have cheaper electrical bills than just about anybody, so that sounds about right.
Now our water bill.
Yeah, our water bill's stupid expensive.
It's more expensive than anybody.
First place we've ever lived that our water bill's higher than our electric.
Yeah.
But we have to borrow. So the city of Smithfield has grown faster than they ever expected it to. So we have to borrow water from the neighboring city, and that's why our water is so high. So Kurt's asking about, will the car do the speed needed for the interstate? Oh, good Lord, yes. It'll do well above that. This thing is 0 to 60.
You can set it on standard or hurry mode. I'm on standard. We're going 77.
Yeah.
Speed limit's 70. You put it on hurry, and we'll just zoom past. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Yeah. So right here, she can go in and she can change this to hurry. Right now it's in standard, so it's gonna run around where, you know, you wouldn't get a ticket.
It's gonna run right where as fast as I can without getting a ticket.
But if she uses this roller up or down, roll that up or down. So when she rolls this roller, yeah, see this, that's the max speed that it'll run. So she can raise and lower that. And that's as high as the Tesla will take us. But it changes lanes and everything.
Yeah.
Without us doing
turns
anything
blinkers
with it.
On, everything.
Yeah.
I literally don't know why I have to sit and pay attention, because I'm actually not. I'm just looking this way. I'm actually looking for restaurants.
So
not really Tesla, if you're listening. I'm actually paying attention.
Yeah, exactly, Kurt. You just stick it in and she takes your money. That's right. Stick it in and she takes your money. So is life. Cruise Life's asking about the speed limit in the U.S. So at one point in time, there was a nationwide speed limit of 55 miles an hour, but that hasn't been the case in a while.
Since cars were invented.
Yeah. Since cars were invented.
You said yeah.
In some states like Texas, where they're really free, there are speed limits of 80 miles an hour. Some of the highest we see around here is 70, 75. I don't know if I've seen any 75s in Virginia.
No, I don't think so.
I've seen some 75s in Tennessee. I think in North Carolina we've seen some.
I've seen 75 on 75.
Yeah. Let's see. Cruising Koozies, welcome in. Good to see you guys. Right after us, we have Sea Lake Journeys. He'll be going live right after us. So make sure you go over there and see Chet and let him know we sent you. Aaron Smith says it'll roll like a 70s LTD with a 464 barrel as fast as you want. Yep, you're right. It'll go. The difference is you're not pulling all the fuel. Now, one of the things, you are pulling electricity. I mean, this thing will go. If you get on it, I mean, it'll pass anything in sight, 0 to 60 in 4.6, but you're using more battery. And I mean, if you want to get on it for like a solid mile right here, it'll probably pull about 2% battery out of it to do that. But if you're just moving along at a normal pace, it really, the mileage really works out almost just like a car, like a gas-powered car. Welcome in, Danny D. Good to see you. Good to have you. Thank you for being here. So we are en route to Edisto Island, and we're going to make some new videos when we're down there. We're going to do some more Tesla videos as well that'll be coming out after this.
But in the meantime, if y'all want a good laugh, go watch our Edisto Beach video from 2 years ago.
I don't know if they're going to laugh or feel sorry for us.
They'll feel sorry for us.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I've seen worse. I have seen worse on YouTube.
Yeah.
I've seen some where people like move their, anyway.
Well, I did that in our last one.
Yeah, we do
that
on our end screens, but we don't do that. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. Sea tripping with Kim and Scott. Welcome in. Ross, have a good day at work, my friend. Yeah, we're closing out. We're not going to stay on too much longer. I just want to make sure everybody knows to go over and see Chet after us. We'll probably run here about another 5 minutes. Yeah, Danny D said we said doo-doo.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah, so with the Tesla, so Cruising Koozies is like, I'd like to see anyone if they mess with it. It's really cool when it's in Century mode. If anybody comes up and messes with it and they don't have a key, so if your key's on your phone, and then there's also some key cards, but it has it looks like the Tesseract right here in the middle of the screen, and it pulses red, and you can actually talk through the car and be like, get away, and it has this RoboCop voice. It's like, get away from the car, which is really cool. Welcome in, Ron. Good to see you. Thought somebody, was it just Ron? Yeah, just Ron. Welcome in. Good to see you guys. But it also records with dash cam footage. You can blow your horn. Like, there's all kinds of stuff to do. You can watch it live. Yeah, make it fart. There's so many little bells and whistles, and we're gonna show as many of them as we can.
We're so mature that we go sit at a bar, watch our camera, and anytime anybody walks by, we fart. We make the car fart, and everybody turns to look.
See? We're farting right now. That's the Falcon Heavy fart. That's not a fart.
And that's how mature we are.
There's the Ripper. Here's Falcon Heavy.
Okay.
Here's the ludicrous fart.
Okay.
And we can do that outside. Like, it'll fart outside too. Well, they want to hear all the farts now.
I don't know.
So here's
here's
the Neurastink. Here's the boring fart.
That wasn't too boring.
Here's the verified fart. And then you can just set it to random, and it'll do whatever.
I'm so random.
But the cool thing is, check this out with the farts. All right, so right now the fart is set to my seat. Now Chastity's gonna fart. Now this guy in the back seat's gonna fart. Now this guy will fart. That guy will fart. And then outside fart. It's not gonna do while we're driving.
Yeah.
You can fart on turn signal, and you can also fart on contact. Sit happens. So
Sit happens.
when you sit down in the seat, it farts.
So we've got to get our daughter-in-laws on that.
Yeah.
They're not watching right now, so.
Yeah, it's
They will.
It's
They'll love it.
It's such a serious car.
Yeah.
Such a serious car.
We try to keep everything serious in the Tesla.
Yeah.
Except for playing a really loud light show last night at 11 o'clock.
It does light shows. It does coordinated light shows with other Teslas if you have other Teslas around. It's really cool. Yes, the ludicrous fart is an official Tesla setting. Yep.
What? The truck, that just reminded me, that truck that it made start last night.
For some reason whatever signals were coming out of the car made the truck next to us pick up. It's really weird.
There was nobody in it, and I was like, that's so weird. And then as soon as the car stopped, that truck went off. Like, turned off.
Danny said it sounds like someone just had Taco Bell.
Yeah.
We did have Mexican food last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've been trying to eat clean, and man, when you don't eat clean after eating clean, it kills you. It's rough. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and close this thing out. We appreciate each and every one of you guys joining us. We're going to try to start making this more routine, probably every other Friday. Also, if you would consider joining, there's some benefits there. Benefits or drawbacks, I don't know which. It depends on how much you like immature humor.
You won't get a dad joke, don't worry.
But we've been encouraged by YouTube to do it, and I'm not going to try to upsell it or anything like that, but they are there, and all of the different benefits that come with that are there as well. But thank you guys for coming in. We really appreciate it. Make sure you go over and see Chet on Sea Leg and let him know we sent you over there. We appreciate all you guys, and we are out.